Hello, Seneca Valley families. The purpose of this presentation is to reiterate our reopening goals, to explain the instructional models that are available to Seneca Valley students, and to provide families with clarity about what educational options exist. As we continue to plan for a physical return to school for our children, please know our team follows and tracks developments by medical sources very closely. In addition, we continue to collaborate with local leaders, medical experts, and Butler County school superintendents. Our goal is to provide learning models for students and take into consideration the variety of difficulties that impact our students and families. We understand that many factors will influence decisions on the best approach to educating your children, including the health of family members, the family schedule, and how each student learns best. Over the past few weeks and months, it is clear to us that we need to be flexible and prepared to pivot quickly should directives or guidelines change, and we are ready to do just that. The district may need to modify or discontinue in-person instruction should the availability of resources decline due to COVID-19 and limit the district's capacity to meet the needs of students and staff within a brick-and-mortar setting. What changes will we see from the spring? We have learned a great deal over the past few months regarding remote online learning. Feedback from parents, teachers, and students has been extremely beneficial in developing the district's programming for the 2021 school year. This year, grading and assessment will be similar to typical practices. Teachers will provide specific and timely feedback designed to improve student learning and address deficit skills. There will be more opportunities for students to engage in live or synchronous instruction when not participating in in-person instruction. Rigor and expectations will align to course and learning targets. New instruction will be based on course and grade level standards. Green phase, parents may select traditional in-person instruction, which allows students to attend school 5 days per week. Or parents may select a hybrid model. In the hybrid model, students will enroll in a combination of in-person and online courses dependent upon course availability and parent or student preference. For example, parents or students may opt for in-person instruction in the areas of reading or math, while other courses are taken via the Seneca Valley Academy of Choice. Students will spend a portion of the day in school and a portion of the day completing cyber courses from home. Hybrid students would attend in-person instruction for select classes 5 days per week as it relates to the green phase. Transportation will only be available during typical arrival and dismissal times. Students may start their day later or end their day early with parent-provided transportation. While students are participating in in-person instruction, all building level safety protocols will apply. While students are participating in cyber courses, all cyber policies and procedures will apply. Parents may also opt to enroll their child in the district's full-time asynchronous cyber program. The Seneca Valley Cyber Program allows more flexibility regarding when students engage with the course and lesson content. Coursework is pre-recorded, and the course will follow the Seneca Valley curriculum. K-4 lessons are primarily delivered through a platform called Compass, and 5-12 lessons are primarily delivered through a platform called Ingenuity. Students complete supplemental learning activities in addition to the online coursework. Materials will be provided to the student by their Seneca Valley cyber teacher, and due dates will be determined based on the student's understanding and progress within the online coursework. Seneca Valley cyber teachers will have daily office hours to meet with students virtually. Students are expected to work a minimum of 2.5 hours per week in each course or subject. New to the Seneca Valley Cyber Program this year, Seneca Valley cyber teachers will host optional live sessions during traditional school hours to support student learning by delivering lessons focused on interventions for students who are experiencing difficulty in a concept or skill, as well as to extend student learning. Required live sessions may be necessary based on evidence of student learning and the student's availability during the school day. This elementary example calendar shows opportunities for cyber students to engage in live sessions via Microsoft Teams. As mentioned previously, Live sessions will be designed and facilitated by Seneca Valley Academy of Choice cyber teachers. Each session may be organized to remediate, enrich, or review content. In this example, the instructional focus on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays will be in the areas of reading and math. The sessions offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays focus on science, social studies, and health. In addition, this schedule offers both morning and afternoon sessions to provide extra flexibility for students and families. In the yellow phase, traditional in-person instruction for 5 full days is not available. Students enrolled in 5-day in-person instruction would transition directly to the 2-day in-person cohort. As a reminder, the state, county, or district could dictate a transition to the yellow phase for a variety of reasons. In the cohort model, students will be split into 2 groups based on last name A through L and M through Z. Students with the last name of A through L will report to the school buildings on Mondays and Wednesdays and engage in remote learning for the remainder of the week. Students with the name M through Z will report to the school buildings on Tuesdays and Thursdays and engage in remote learning for the remainder of the week. Students whose cohort is physically at school will be supported in small groups by their classroom teacher at their level. Extension and reinforcement will be prioritized during in-person and remote instruction. On Fridays, teachers will provide asynchronous instruction, which is not live instruction, in addition to offering live small group sessions to provide interventions and extend student learning. In the yellow phase, students enrolled in the hybrid model will remain in the hybrid model. However, the days in which hybrid students attend in-person instruction would be adjusted based on the cohort schedule. Hybrid students would attend in-person instruction for select classes 2 days per week with their assigned cohort, either A through L or M through Z. Families whose students' last names fall in different cohorts will be permitted to attend the same cohort. In the yellow phase, students enrolled in the full-time cyber program will continue to work within the district's cyber platform. In the red phase, in-person instruction is no longer available. As such, all in-person instruction will transition to remote online learning from home. Based on input from our parents, teachers, and students, remote learning will have more structure and opportunities for live instruction. Teachers will continue to use the Seneca Valley curriculum and district resources to provide instruction. Daily announcements and directions will be available in the Seneca Valley portal. Synchronous or live instruction will be routinely delivered by your child's teachers via Microsoft Teams. Teachers and students will interact during the lessons, which will allow students the opportunity for questions and feedback. In the red phase, students enrolled in the full-time cyber program will continue to work within the district's cyber platform. All learning model options are available to students with IEPs and 504 service agreements. For students that choose the hybrid model or full-time cyber option, the building case manager will schedule an IEP meeting within the first 30 days of the school year to revise the IEP to make it conducive for the cyber environment. The intervention schedule will be determined at the IEP meeting, and the interventions and supports will be provided virtually. In addition, regardless of the instructional model, students may participate in any available athletics and activities. As always, students must adhere to the district's health and safety plan as well as PIAA policies and eligibility guidelines. Allow administrators ample time to develop student schedules. Please select or update your choice of learning model as soon as possible. All choices must be finalized on or before Friday, August 14th. We will offer additional opportunities to transition from one learning model to another at the conclusion of the first grading period. Please note, administrators and staff members are working diligently to finalize class placements and student schedules. Class assignments and student schedules will be updated as quickly as possible to reflect learning model selections as of August 14th. The district will provide additional information regarding the release of elementary class assignments and secondary student schedules at a later date. Information is also forthcoming about student device distribution. A tentative schedule for a virtual Meet the Teacher for all students is currently being worked out for September 2nd and 3rd. Virtual class meetings will allow for students in the various cohorts to meet their teachers as well as their classmates. Teachers will also share with students rules and routines for the new school year, as well as describe and model positive behavior for both in-person and remote online learning. On Friday, September 4th, students will have the opportunity to meet other staff members during scheduled live sessions, such as building level administrators, the school nurse, and school counselors. These details and much more will be shared as soon as they are finalized. Due to the complex and rapidly changing conditions related to the pandemic and the need for the district to adjust with them, the Seneca Valley School Board approved an extension to the first day of school, as well as a change to the learning model options for the first 4 weeks of the school year. This revised plan will be called a phased start. As mentioned previously, the school year will begin virtually for students on September 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Utilizing the yellow phase or cohort schedule, Cohort B will begin attending in-person instruction on Tuesday, September 8th, while Cohort A will begin learning remotely on Tuesday, September 8th. Please note, due to Labor Day, the schedule for the week of September 7th has been modified to allow both Cohort A and Cohort B 2 days of in-person instruction. The following weeks adhere to the typical cohort schedule. On or before September 25th, we will communicate to parents the instructional model that will begin on October 5th. During the first 4 weeks of the phase start, we will also provide parents with weekly updates about county cases in our community and share details of our planning. Finally, we want to thank our school community for the vital role you play in the ongoing success of the Seneca Valley School District. In the tradition of Seneca Valley, when we have been faced with difficulties, we have risen to meet the challenge. We are confident that by working together to best meet the needs of all students, we will do so once again. We thank you for your continued support during this challenging time.